Howdy, folks. I'm called Beeman, and I'm here to continue my art venture by showing the one thing I remember how to do. Well, I guess technically it's two things, but the one technique that I remember doing from this beginner art class I took in the ninth grade. And I didn't really choose the art class. I filled out my scheduling papers wrong, so I kind of got stuck in it. They just threw me in a class that needed students, and I actually failed the first semester of it because I'm that terrible at art. But I do remember doing one thing in particular in that class, and that's called a point perspective drawing. So we're going to see today if I can remember how to do that. There's 1 point and 2 point. And from what I recall, it was pretty easy, and the reason I remember how to do it is because it involves a ruler. So you draw like a horizon line, I guess, and then pretty much anywhere on that point, usually in the middle, you put your vanishing point. And I guess I call it that because that's the point at which all your lines kind of converge on that point. So if like the classic example is, let me see here. Let's see if I can do this right. Let's find some place that's kind of in the middle of this. Okay, look at that. It's a road. That is the quintessential 2 point perspective thing. Because if you're looking down a lonely road, you'll see, oh geez. In real life, it kind of comes to a singular point. I don't know. That's just kind of how it works in real life. I guess that's because we got two eyeballs. That's the way our brains perceive things. I don't really know how else to explain it. I don't know the science behind it, man. I just know that's how it goes. And then let's see. Based on this, we can go in and add. I think if we do like a building, let's start with kind of a big one. The building would do some vertical lines, and then we do some lines based on the vanishing point. So let's go like this. And then we'll decide, we'll go with our vertical. How wide do we want this building to be? Let's go from this side actually, so we can see better what looks okay for a building. This looks okay for a building. There we go. And then we'll just erase the extra. And now we'll do match our horizon line here to figure out how far deep we want this building to go. That's probably good. Let's see here. Woo. There we go. My lines aren't super perfect, but you know what? That's okay. I don't gotta be super perfect. I just gotta hopefully enjoy the result when I'm done with this. We'll follow this horizontal line. There we go. And erase the extra. There we are. And then from there, we can even add, like, you know what? I have a smaller ruler. This might be easier to work with. Here we go. We can add like a window just copy the verticals so that they're all roughly the same. And look, our little building has a window. Wow. And then similarly, we'll do it's kind of tricky for me because I guess I'm just bad at it, but trying to make the vertical lines all parallel. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be parallel. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. But whatever the case, let's put a line down the middle of this. Oops. And look, now we got a kind of a jonkadoo door. Say it's one of those like double door situations. And then oh, you know what else we could add? Well, first let's do another bit. Let's do another house. I'll make this one a little bit shorter and a little bit farther off in the distance. And also a little bit wider. Maybe this one's like a warehouse or something. It's whatever works in your own imagination, right? I'm pretty sure that's the Bob Ross way. When I was a kid, my grandma used to have Bob Ross on TV all the time. It was always pretty cozy. Just something nice to have in the background, just some background noise. Nice calming voice talking to you. Be cool if my voice were that calm and relaxing, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's see. Or no, this doesn't need to be. This just needs to be. There we go. That looks a little bit less like a building and more like a big crate. That's okay. Let's go in here somewheres, and you know what? Let's do it on this side. I'll add like a big mamma jamma door. Like a big garage door, maybe. Maybe that's what this is down here. Maybe this is a garage. And we'll just shade this in. That's our garage door. There we go. Let's try to add a little tiny micro window down here. So that's another tricky thing. When you start getting down, all your lines are so close together. It's like I barely even have space to get my pencil lead in there. Okay, that's a super rough window, but that's okay. And the thing I was going to do on this side, these vertical things get a little bit longer each the closer you get to the screen because they're getting bigger. Well, not screen, but you know. If we're the viewer, we're like right here looking down this road, and so all this stuff kind of gets bigger as it gets closer to us, I guess. I don't know, man. Yeah, I probably could have did like did one of these to cap these all off at roughly the same height, but you know, it's whatever. It's whatever, man. Let's try to do this. Hey. I feel like these got worse as I got closer, but that's okay. Add a little light here. Oh, look at that. Our little street lights. This one's just kind of leaning over for some reason, but that's okay. And that's a basic 1-point perspective drawing. You know, that didn't turn out that bad. I mean, I feel like I gotta, I don't know, I guess look up how to do buildings better because I don't really, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a lot of detail in these and I don't really know how to make that happen. So I'll have to do some research on that. Let me flip over my piece of paper here and we'll move on to the 2-point perspective. Similarly, we start with a horizon line, but this time you put your vanishing points at the ends of it. Or I guess technically they can be anywhere along the line. And then we're going to do a vertical here. This actually probably shouldn't be that long. But you know what? That's okay. We'll just erase that. Pretend that didn't happen. And now, almost all of our lines, except all the horizontal lines, are going to be based on the vanishing point. And the only thing I can think to draw, I'm going to switch to my smaller ruler again, like this, is a house. Because I think that was the example when I was in school. Try to mirror this line here. I need the longer ruler to go this way. Oh, great. Well, it just goes to show how terrible I am. I can't even hold a ruler straight. But that's all right. You don't got to be perfect. You just got to be somewhat passable. Okay. Now, one thing I'm not sure how to do really, how do I do the roof? Pick a point kind of in the middle, right? And I guess we'll do like this. What are these called? Gables? Those aren't based on the vanishing points. They're more based on the geometry of the house. I don't know. I feel like that's not quite right, but that's okay. It doesn't look terrible. Let me get my big ruler again. This line is based on the vanishing point. The ridge. I don't actually know the word for it. The ridge line of the roof, I guess. There we go. That's based on your vanishing point. There we go. Erase some of these extra lines. Oh no, that one doesn't erase. Well, that's okay. And now we're going to do across the front here, we're going to put two not very well spaced windows. And try to parallel our vertical lines here, because I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. Oh. Whoop, dropped my pencil like a mook. It's always good. Okay. And now we'll do a doorway here. I have done a couple of 2-point perspective drawings over the years. I could do leather crafting on the side. And a couple of years ago, I made Christmas ornaments that have a two-point perspective cottage on one side. And this is basically how I drew it. Although I think that looked better than this. Because, let me see if I can do this here. My my ornaments had siding, which I just kind of did this to get the siding effect. There we go. I could do it this way as well. Oh, I should probably line these up with these ones, huh? Ain't that how siding kind of goes? But that's okay. We're just here seeing what we can remember. So it's okay if it's not perfect or ideal or even great. You know, it's whatever, man. We're not here to be perfect. We're just here to try to learn. And today, I'm trying to see if I can remember what I learned in the past. Like, nearly 20 years ago. So there, that's a little 2-point perspective house. Let's draw a little cartoon sun in the corner. And a big fluffy cloud. Okay, I feel like the cloud is especially terrible, but you know, that's whatever. That doesn't even matter. That, from what I can recall, is how you do a 2-point perspective drawing. And you know what? It doesn't really look that bad. But you see how the lines, all the horizontal lines go towards the vanishing points. Except these are based on the corners of the house. And I feel like I did that wrong, but I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to see what I can see. But I don't really have anything to draw. I really need to do more research on the 1-point perspective because I feel like I'm missing something with this. I don't know. But that's what I remember. That's this in my first video that's the extent of my previous art knowledge. Although I will say, when I did the Christmas ornaments, the leather Christmas ornaments, I used acrylic paint to paint this in on some of them. So I have the tiniest bit of experience with painting. And hopefully I can get to that because that was kind of fun. But I'm going to start with drawing here and see how she goes for a while. And then at some point I'll move on to more advanced stuff. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Just get out there and try to draw, man. Don't worry about being great. Don't worry about being perfect. Just as long as you can kind of enjoy the result of your work. Like, this doesn't look that bad. I mean, the buildings are kind of crappy, but you get the idea of what I was going for. You know, a road, there's a couple of buildings on the side. The house looks kind of okay as well. And that's the important thing. You have to be able to at least appreciate that you did something. And that's it for now. So, see ya.